Hey, what's going on? Happy Saturday. This is the Pick Is In podcast. It is week 8. It's your boy Heywood here coming at you. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Sports is back, baby. I want to bring in my co-host, like always, man, the one and only Jonah Stormrider.
All right, what's up, guys? Happy Saturday.
Hey. What's up, Jonah? What's good? What's going on, brother?
Rolling into another week. Excited about it. Had a
Wow.
pretty good week last week. Our record's pretty decent, huh?
Yes, sir. We had a great weekend last week, brother, and something we're going to do going forward, if everybody, for our viewers at home. I will post a link to the bets that we post on Saturday night from the show, and if any are added to the post, I put them on there. And last week we went 13-7, 65%. We had 6 winning bets. So, yeah, great weekend, brother.
Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah, it was great, man. I should have posted this one. I was a little scared, but I even hit like a correct score bet, which I told you about. Those are pretty rare. It was plus 8,000. So
Crazy. Yep, that was crazy. Good job, man.
thank you. It was a good weekend.
So,
So who's our special guest for the viewers? Everybody at home.
all right. So, well, a buddy of mine, we go back like probably almost 10 years now. But I've been good friends with this guy for a long time. One of my best bros. So, without further ado, we got John Bills Mafia joining us for the cast this evening.
Give me an applause.
Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo.
I love it.
Great to have you on, John Bills Mafia. Get a table, buddy. I'm a wrestling fan.
Do it. Maybe I'll jump off the table right here.
There you go. Cheers, gentlemen.
My
Cheers.
wife will kill me. Bill's Mafia mug. Bill's
That's
Mafia.
There we go.
Bill's Mafia
Salute.
mug. Salute.
John, real fast, I got to ask, how did the table thing start with the Bills Mafia? I really don't know that.
You know what? I don't know. It's more of a modern day thing. I think the winning has had a lot to do with it. As an early Bills fan, I don't remember a lot of people jumping off the tables, but I think things kind of ramped up. The more we started winning, it became more of a normal thing to do that. Lighting yourself on fire is definitely a new addition as well. While doing it, do you know Pinto Ron? Have you guys ever heard of Pinto Ron?
No, who's that?
Well, Pinto Ron is a guy who has made every Bills game for like the last 30 years, home and away. He drives a little Pinto that I don't think it really works right now, but they grill on it. And but anyway, before the game,
yeah, the guy in the parking lots, right? Tailgating, right?
yeah, they stand on the trailer. They get ketchup and mustard, and everybody sprays him with ketchup and mustard. He is drenched in ketchup and mustard. It's pretty crazy, man.
Doesn't he use the same like grill for like the last 20-something years? So it's flavor all over the meat, all over the food.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
Absolutely.
Hey, I can relate. I'm a wrestling fan too, so I'll get a table, man. I'm glad to have you on, brother.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Well, so real quick, just to put up an image here of what we just said, kind of where we're at with things. This is our cap. So tell us a little bit, Heywood, about this correct score, because obviously we've already talked about like the winning bets and the 65% and everything, and overall plus 0.81 bands or units, right? So
that's for the weekend. So yeah.
So let's talk about. I want to hear more about how you arrived at this perfect score pick, and I know you entered a competition for it as well.
I'll be honest. I have a notebook. I do these not very often. They're hard as hell. Only if I read a game flow before the game really well, my gut tells me to do it. I'm like 46 or 47% the last 7 years on these, actually, and I don't do these very often. It's only when I feel it. So I usually put like $10 on these, but I only put $1.20 to win 100. But it's something I felt. I look at the over/under. I see what the game flow is going to be comparative. Like game flow is a big deal. Like, you know, the line was a little bit bigger than what actually was the score. I thought my Cardinals were actually going to make it a game. I think the Packers haven't been playing as great as they did the first few weeks, and they're a little overweight the last few weeks. So, I mean, I just saw a close game. I knew we were going to lose because that's our issue this year. We lost 3 games by walk-off field goals, 2 games by 4 points or less in the last minutes. So I mean, we've had bad luck. So it's just something I feel, and I'll only put a couple bucks on it, but the odds are huge, and I've hit a few of these. So
So what's funny to me, just looking at this from a numbers perspective, right? Like what's funny to me about this is neither 23 nor 27 are scores that are easily arrived at with your standard football scoring, right? Obviously 27, okay, fine, 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals, you're there, but the 23 is a little less an intuitive grab there. So
yeah, guessing on a couple field goals, not touchdowns by offense, and yeah, 24-27 is probably one of the most popular scores. That's probably what people would have bet on if you do this type of bet. But John, you ever do a correct score or hear about somebody doing one?
No, man, I've never done a correct score before. Um, Nor have I heard about anybody hitting on one 23, 27.
Oh
It's
man,
not that crazy. It's not that crazy, but yeah,
yeah,
like Jeremiah said, that's a little. The 23 is a little bit more difficult.
yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, I'd probably be at like 21, 24, 21, 28, something like
right,
24.
totally,
Yeah.
totally, totally.
Um, but uh, but yeah, yeah, I haven't ventured that deep into my betting to pick a correct score yet.
Yeah, yeah, we had a good week, Jonah. I think our record for lays on the season is 47-23. I think that's 67.14%. Yeah,
Not
big
bad, not
number.
bad.
That's pretty good. You know,
Now, I will say though, we would be remiss before we get to actually talking about this coming week's predictions and bets and everything else. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about some of the biggest news in the country this week, which is the bust of the uh, game fixing ring. And
yeah,
we've got a short.
the NBA scandal. Totally, totally. Oh man, that basketball just started this season. I'm huge into basketball, and it's a huge black eye, and it's something that we've talked about behind the scenes and on our first episode with Snoop. You know, kind of like our intro as far as like you know. It's been going on forever. You know, even 60s, 70s, mobsters, mafia. Here and there over the years. But this is a huge black eye. What happened? There's a lot of freaking names that are in this scandal by the FBI. And are you in the NBA, Mr. Bills Mafia?
Not really betting on the NBA. No, not that much. Mainly football. I tried my hand at college football. It's just so unpredictable. Haven't really got too much into the NBA. But you know what's weird about this is everybody knows the Mafia's had their hands in game fixing for the longest time. But it's been silent for so long. You haven't heard anything about it
It's
in the
crazy.
longest time. It's like disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's been very covered up.
Yeah, yeah. So pretty
And
crazy.
personally, I'm a huge fan of justice and exposing corruption and everything all across the board. I got to say, I'd like to see the DOJ and the FBI focus more on human trafficking and some of the other stuff that's a lot more egregious, in my opinion. But
Agreed.
what I hear though is that this is actually connected to that. So this sports fixing network is actually going to connect in some way back to some more humanitarian concerns as well, because obviously the mafia being the mafia, they've got their hands in a lot of pots. So we'll see where it goes. But we do have a short video to share, just about a minute long. I'm going to pull that up now.
So
So this is just kind of a little bit of a recap or whatever about what we got going on here. So
players to score less, rebound less, assist less, using information that was not yet public. In some instances, players altered their performance
put a full
or
screen.
took themselves out of games to make sure that those bets paid out. One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023, in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. The proceeds were later delivered to his home, where the group counted their cash. As the NBA season tips off, his career is already benched, not for injury, but for integrity. As a result of this investigation, 6 defendants, including Rozier, are now facing conspiracy to commit bank and wire fraud.
There you go.
Nuts. And that's just the bare things. That's just like, that's crazy all this stuff hits. And the more stuff I've dug into this, since I heard the news, there's a lot of names. It's disheartening. And it's a little, here's some information as far as like some of the ties with the mafia heads involved, and at least 30 people were arrested and suspected. So, I mean, there's some, is this stuff still happens? The mafia's still around? Look at this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
apparently so. Yep.
Bills Mafia for sure.
Oh,
Yes.
Bills Mafia. Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but this is a little more at home with me. I'm a Suns fan, and I effing hate Tim Donaghy. And this hits at home. So, yeah, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, we're going to expand after football to other sports, but this is just huge news. This is huge. Even you guys talked about it on the stream a little bit, which blew my mind. Phone booth, talk about
That's
sports.
true. It's true. Well, and actually, as Snoop just commented here, well, first of all, he says it is tied to the case. I think he's connecting what I said as about the human trafficking tied to this corruption case. But then he also said the Kardashians are involved in this particular scandal right here. So this could expand, and I wouldn't be surprised if this expands to other sports in addition to the basketball, because I mean anyone who's spent any amount of time in Italy at all knows the mafia is alive and well and very powerful still. And so just to see those families like the Gambino, the Genovese, and the Lucchese families, those are still very powerful families all across Europe, Italy especially. So it's very well known. Yeah.
So Jonah, one of my customers at my last service advisor job was Gambino. Actually, he left. He left. That's right. He was cool as hell though. He didn't tell me very much. That's for damn sure. But I saw his last name one day at work. I'm like, I had to ask him. So I had to ask him.
I love it.
Snoop, what's going on? Thank you for reposting. Yeah, appreciate HD. We always look better when we got a winning team below me in the house. So.
Right, exactly. One other, I know we want just to kind of dig a little deeper into the whole scandal thing that's blowing up right now. We had talked about, and we shared a video about Tim Donaghy, the NBA referee back in the day. Tell us a little bit more.
If you don't mind, can you pull up the pictures I sent you first before the video?
Absolutely.
All right, so this touch at home. So, Tim Donaghy, is my voice okay with my?
There's a little bit of echo right now. Back to how it was in the beginning.
Actually, just play the video fast.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, like you said earlier, and I think you're going to see maybe more of a bigger scandal coming out of the college level, because you have these young athletes that aren't going to make it to the next level, and somebody's going to offer them money to maybe fix a game and only win by 12 rather than 15, and they're going to take that money because they're going to need a way to support their family. So I think it's just the tip of the iceberg in many different ways.
Yep.
That's crazy. So is that a little better?
I think so. I'm still hearing the echo on your side.
That sucks. Yeah, the Tim Donaghy thing totally sucks. It hurts at home because I went to his Twitter page and looked up a few years ago just some comments he made, and he totally says my son's team was supposed to win a championship. So I'm going to try to fix my audio issue real quick.
All right. Sounds
good.
That
Suns team, man, they really put together an all-star team, and that bombed. It was pretty bad, you know.
Yeah,
they were talking about bringing a championship there, and I thought, is this going to be another super team for like the next 5 years? And man, it fell apart faster than we even got started. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, Nash, Mari, Marion, Diaw, Raja Bell, Joe Johnson back then, Tim Thomas after that. That team was great. It was kind of like what the NBA is now with all these threes. So the 8 seconds or 7 seconds or less is what the offense was called.
Well, I was talking about the most recent attempt to build that super team with
Oh,
Booker,
yeah. Excuse me.
Durant, all those guys, bringing in those guys after that guy purchased. Forget the guy's name who purchased the Suns, but he has an interesting story. His family's business,
Right?
and they grew it into like a multi-billion-dollar business. But he brought in Durant. You had Booker. You had a bunch of guys. Didn't you have who was running point? You had what's his name?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Yeah, I mean that was a super team, man. You know, but
That trade for KD killed us, I thought. Killed us.
yeah.
Killed us. But,
So
all right,
we got a couple
yeah. Pull it up.
other threads that you wanted to chat about here.
So this is like goes back to way back, but if directly, this is my buddy Mr. AZ to Tim Donahue. Do you regret screwing over the Suns? And he put for sure. Read the book. He's got a book out called Personal Foul. He tells all the details, and he says they should have a ring. You know, and in the post he talks about the Suns ex-owner, how the league hated him. It's just man, there's a huge rabbit hole besides what the public knows with this new case. So, and it's a sour eye, but it's okay. It's all right. We got NFL.
There we go.
Yeah. There's a couple other things. Yeah, it was crazy. It's just some of the remarks he made. But
Yep. All right. Well, all right. So without belaboring the point or further ado, what I'd love to hear is one of the reasons why I reached out to John and asked him to come join us today is because he's been sharing with me some of his massive success. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And you want to tell us, John, a little bit about the success you've had this year so far in the football season? What your betting philosophy is and how you throw together these parlays?
Yeah, absolutely. So, got into FanDuel again after a 5-year absence or a 3-year absence, somewhere around there. And they have a new way you can make bets called Your Way. And you basically click Your Way, and you can go into an individual game, and you could go above the line, below the line that they set for you. And so I really just set like 10, 11, 12 leg parlays pretty conservatively. A lot of times I don't even pick someone to score a touchdown. I will pick a quarterback to throw a touchdown, sometimes 2, never really 3. And, these are about as conservative as they get with a normal game flow. But they pay out pretty big, right? And Heywood knows about this. I mean, you're looking at a 10, 11 leg parlay being plus 700, plus 800, where no one has to do anything spectacular in order to make it happen. You don't need someone to go off for a running back to score 2 touchdowns. You don't need to pick a receiver to catch a touchdown. You don't have to do anything that's going to go be out of the ordinary of just guys picking up yards. And they've been hitting for me pretty consistently. So it's been a lot of fun.
I love it.
Yeah. I was 20 yards away from a $300 bet turning into $73,000. But Tua Tagovailoa left me hanging with 173 yards passing against the Jets a couple weeks back. So yeah, that crushed me. 20 yards away passing to hit for 73,000. But
we want you to win, damn it!
Yeah, I want to win too, right? The wife needs a new kitchen, so
got to beat the books, John.
Yeah,
I don't care who it is. They took enough money from everybody, man.
Absolutely.
Here's one of the examples here of those one of those parlays that you were talking about, John. If you want to kind of just walk us through, I think you sent me 6 screenshots of different parlays you have this week. We'll go over this one, and then if there's any other of the 6 that you want me to focus on, we can do that too. But then the rest, just for everybody watching, we're going to post John's picks as a comment underneath the live stream today. So if you want to, tail and match his picks, then you're more than welcome to, and the resource will be there for you down below.
That's what you got for tomorrow, John.
Yeah, this is one of the bets I have for tomorrow. This might be my favorite bet for NFL tomorrow. I have 5 or 6 games I'm betting on, but this is plus 1,464, 1464, plus 1464, and I think it's a pretty conservative bet if you actually look at it. You got Stephon Diggs going for 40 yards, right? You got Jerry Jeudy 20 yards, maybe a reception or two. You got David Njoku going for 15 yards. It's one decent reception. Now Hunter Henry going for 10 yards receiving. Quinshawn Judkins for 35 yards rushing, just in case an injury happens, right? Hopefully he gets that in the first quarter. Rahamjay Stevenson going for 35 yards rushing. Drake May, 9 yards rushing, just to throw a little extras in there. Just like little to expand the legs of the parlay, increase the odds. And then Drake May going for 190 yards passing. Dylan Gabriel, less than 300 yards passing. Quinshawn Judkins going for a touchdown, which he's been super hot, so I don't see that being an issue. Stephon Diggs getting 3 receptions. Drake May throwing for 2 touchdowns, and Dylan Gabriel to record less than 3 passing touch. Oh, I didn't even see this. So that's why my odds went up. I messed up this bet. Oh my goodness. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I couldn't figure out. I entered the bet while I was watching. I entered the bet while I had $100 on South Carolina to beat Alabama, and because I was watching the game flow and it looked like they were really hanging in there. I don't know if you guys saw that game today, but they almost pulled it off, but they fell apart at the end. And I put this bet in, so there's no way Dylan Gabriel's getting 3 touchdowns. So that's why the odds are so high. So we can move on to a different bet, but
Yeah, it's okay. You got a lot of legs on there, man. I made that mistake because you're going over so much. But if you redo it, send it to Jonah, and then we could post it. And then if you want, if you're able to, send Jonah the link for the bet, and I'll put it with that. And I'll tell you what, I'll write it because you do like lottos with my alts. It's kind of like a mixture of lowering the line down and doing multiples. So it's kind of a mixture of what we do, right? What I'm seeing.
yes.
I love that. I love that. Actually, I'll tell.
I don't know how that Dylan Gabriel bet got in there. I've done this like once or twice in the season so far, where I've had like a dual bet, or like that bet was supposed to be Dylan Gabriel recording less than a touchdown or 2 touchdowns, less than 2 touchdowns.
Okay, so the under on 2.
Yeah, or 1 touchdown, less than 1 touchdown. I think is what I meant to do. But it came out to 3, so that's crazy. Maybe he'll go off tomorrow, but then if he gets over 300 yards passing, that kind of screws me also. So,
success, right? So, if you don't mind, Jonah told me a little bit. What do you? I don't know if you mentioned it, but what did you start with, and what are you currently with for the NFL season?
yeah, so I start off with about $75, and so far this year, I've made almost without adding any new money in. I've made almost, well, I could just look at it real quick. Let's look at the settled trades. Made almost 400, 600,000, 1,400.
Okay.
Um,
Damn.
um,
We have an applause button up, Jonah?
1,400, 1,700, 1,900, 1,900, 2,900, so 3,000,
Dude.
3,200, 3,700,
Dude.
and
You're looking at 40x so far on the Capitals.
yeah, I started with like $7,500, and I'm up like
Great Scott!
yeah, but I've kind of laid it all on the line this week. Don't get me wrong, I've been doing withdrawals to pay for certain things around the house. Responsibilities. It's actually been funding my life a little bit in a weird way. But I don't feel guilty about it because I'm not like betting a lot of money. It's just profits coming out.
Love it.
But this weekend I have probably $800 riding on this weekend, $600 to $800 on this weekend. So we'll see how it goes.
So give our viewers a little nugget. How much are you placing on that lotto line parlay you just showed?
$100.
Okay.
That one was $25. The Browns Patriots was only $25. That was a small bet. Couldn't figure out why the odds were so high. I was like mystified. That's why I said it was my best bet of the weekend until I just read it out to you guys and I realized I made a mistake. But the other ones, I didn't make any mistakes. And so I would say now that this one is not my favorite, let's look at the open bets real quick.
Yeah, let me know what you want me to pull up.
Yeah, pull up the Bills game. The Bills game. Bills Panthers. So this
Bills
is
by,
a nice bet.
Bills by 21. Is that a good bet, John?
I would love Bills by 21, man. This one's plus 695.
Whew.
And I have McMillan going for 40 yards, Keon Coleman going for 30 yards. I think he's going to have a bounce back week. You know, a lot of criticism in the media about him not performing. James Cook going for 55 yards rushing. You know, Rico and Chuba have been grinding along, so I got them in for both 30 yards each.
I like
You know,
that.
that's bare minimum. Josh Allen to throw for 200 yards. I mean, he hasn't really been lighting it up lately. But again, I think this is going to be a bounce back week for him. I got Khalil Shakir for 3 receptions and Josh Allen to have at least 1 touchdown, which is passing, 1 touchdown passing, which is, you know, I mean, come on. Right? So, I mean, this bet right here, this is a $100 bet. It'll pay out $700.
Amazing.
Right? And no one has to do anything crazy. We're not talking about anybody going for 100 yards. We're not talking about anybody getting 2 touchdowns. I mean, the craziest thing in here is probably James Cook at 55 yards rushing, and he's done that almost every game this year. So,
Yes. Yes, I think he missed 1 game with that number, I believe. My stats.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of these. Actually, the rushing game, Dowdell, I love that. You guys are, been susceptible to the run this year. I definitely like those. And you dropped them down because Dowdell's around 50. Chuba's around 42 right now. Josh Allen, yeah, I see this definitely being a bounce back. What is it, 2 in a row you guys have lost? So,
yeah.
yeah, time to get back on track. It's okay, Chuck.
Well, especially, yeah, I think especially if the Bills are going to make that Super Bowl run bid, which everybody expects them to, they have to win this week. It's a must-win week for them, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's a big bounce back week. Coming off the bye too, we should be prepared for the game. You know, any kinks in the offense. I mean, I think a lot of the issues with the Bills are them really just not throwing to the running back side of the backfield. You know what I mean? Like 2 things really, actually, not pushing the ball downfield. We did it against Baltimore. Baltimore was kicking our butt, and then all of a sudden we had to push the ball down the field to win that game, and we did it all day long. Won that game. Stopped throwing the deep ball. Dink and dunk all down the field, which is fine, especially if you have a good rushing game. But there's not a lot of mixed action. I mean, we're going through 12 personnel, 13-man personnel to run the ball. There's no receivers on the field, and then we switch it up, and they figure out we're passing, right? So just a more well-balanced approach. No one knows really what's coming to pass or run, and then just getting the ball to James Cook out of the backfield, passing.
Yep.
Passing him the ball, I think, will be big. But we'll see what happens, man. I mean, Brady looked like the best OC in the game last year, and now this year he looks like, lackluster. So.
Jonah, I can listen to this guy, man. He knows his stuff. I like his
I told you guys would get along.
I like him.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm big into daily, John, and a couple of my sleepers. Coleman's in my main lineup. A huge pay down option. I don't know if you play daily fantasy, but it's similar. It's betting and fantasy kind of is hand in hand. But he's one guy that's really cheap that could pay up on my lineup, and I don't think a lot of people are going to play him because he hasn't been performing. That guy has so much talent, bro. He has so much talent. I got him in my dynasty league and another keeper league. That guy has a lot of talent. He showed splashes. Week 1, he was great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we were actually throwing the ball. We had to throw the ball.
Yeah.
When we have to throw the ball, we play better. But like the weird thing about the Bills is this like disconnect which is like you throw the ball, we get away from James Cook being on the field. Got James Cook on the field. We got 12, 13-man personnel just running the ball out of a stacked formation with no opportunity to pass. They're not fearing the pass. There's no balance to it, right? I mean, you got to keep teams on their toes. They don't know what's happening. Is it going to be a pass? Is it going to be a run? Is it going to be a play action? You know what I mean? And we're not really doing that. And someone made a good mention, like, James Cook should be like Christian McCaffrey. That's how talented he is. He should be catching the ball out of the backfield, just as much of a threat in the run game as he is in the pass game. And Keon, man, he is talented, dude. I mean, dude is supremely talented. I don't know what's going on there. I think he's always struggled getting separation. Everybody says since he got drafted, he's a slot receiver, not an X. But we'll have to see how it all plays out, man. I
I
wish
think
he
he
had
does
a better.
better. I think he does better when he's on the outside running those 9 routes and back shoulders and like a 10-yard curl out to the. I think he's best out there. I don't think he's a slot. Has he been playing a lot outside this year?
He is. He's our X receiver, but Steve Smith, when he got drafted, said he is not an X receiver. This dude is a big slot, and we already have a slot in Khalil Shakir. But everybody was saying kind of how we drafted him out of place. He's a big slot receiver, and we put him out there as the X. And it's hit or miss with him right now, and he's been disciplined a couple times. So I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't know if he's going to come through, but we'll have to wait and see. Got a lot of year left, so hopefully he gets it all together, and starts forming a good relationship with Josh on the field and starts catching some balls. But you see the talent there. Against Seattle last year, he went over Tariq Woolen and caught that jump ball, and you
Yep.
see it, you see flashes of it. You just
You
you don't really see it all come together, So,
right, right. Do you guys feel? Sorry, Jonah. You're totally right. I love this conversation. Sorry.
You're good, man. No apologies necessary. I love
But
it.
are you guys going to add a piece here in next week trade deadline? What,
yeah,
10 days, 9 days, something like that?
I think they're in the market for a receiver. Not sure who it is. Who I'd like to see is them get Rashid from New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good fit. He'll
You
spread the
know?
field and get your 9 routes and deep route, what you need, what you're
Yeah.
lacking. I think that would help Coleman more.
Yeah, everybody wants Olave, but I see us needing Rashid more. I think Rashid would do more for the offense
Totally
with
agree.
his skill set. Olave, he could be a great number one receiver if everything plays out well, but he's had some injuries in his career, and we need someone to stretch the field. We need that burner. Josh went from the third best deep ball thrower in the league in the beginning of his career to now in the last 2 years, dead last in the league. And we have the guy, we have a quarterback who has the strongest arm in the league. He could push
Yes.
the ball farther than any quarterback in the league. And
Duke.
we're not throwing the deep ball. We're throwing the deep ball less than any team in the league. It doesn't make any sense.
Crazy.
Yes, the short game is working. Yes, we have some possession receivers. Yes, the check down is working. He's cut down on his interceptions, but let the dude do what he does. Let him have some fun. Let him throw that 30, 40, 50, 60-yard bomb down the field and push the ball. I mean, that's what he is. He's a thoroughbred. We got him kind of caged up. You know what I mean? And so they really gotta open up the offense. I can't figure out if they're just like holding back to the playoffs. I mean, is that what they're doing? Because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Are they just holding back the playbook, trying to limp into the playoffs, and then going to unleash everything? But some of the stuff just doesn't make any sense.
Totally right. Totally right. Like opening up Gabe Davis and Diggs a couple years ago. That was
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So yeah, that could be a difference maker. You guys are a team that should be. You just beat Kansas City. Damn it. God damn it.
I know. I know.
I want you guys to beat them. I like your team the last few years, and
We'd have a Super Bowl or two probably if it wasn't for Kansas City dynasty.
too.
That's a dynasty, man. It's one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history, that Kansas City team. So we just got to get by them, man. But we'll see how it all works out. I mean, it's wide open this year, right? I mean, again, they're the only ones standing in our way. Joe Burrows is hurt. He's a phenomenal player. If he was playing, they'd be in our way. The Ravens are 1-6 right now, something like that. So
And they're still, I think they're like the favorite still to win the division. Last time I
Yeah.
checked the handle, you're like, what the hell?
yeah.
It's
But
wild.
Lamar's missing this week also, so they could be 1-7, right?
He's gonna play. He's gonna play.
Oh, he's gonna play.
Yes.
I just read that they're holding him out again.
Unless it's like news in the last hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, I think Lamar Jackson is sitting this week. I just read something.
Okay. Well, that's news. That's news. I was trying to get stuff together here. Let's see here. I can bring it.
God!
Yeah, he's Tyler Huntley starting.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
There you go.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, shoot. We're gonna be 1-7.
yeah. I mean, that would be a miraculous story, huh? If they make it to the playoffs, what does their final record have to be? If they're 1-7 right now, they have to essentially go what, like
They have to win like
8 games,
6, 7 games at least in a row.
They have to go like 7-1, like the last couple games of the season, like 7-1 to make the playoffs, something like that, right? So
Good info, John. Usually I'm on
Yeah.
top of that, but I've been trying to get my new computer all set up the last few hours. So hell yeah. That's news to me. I got them in a couple leagues, so I'm going to take them out.
yeah, that's tough, man. Lamar's a heck of a quarterback, man. That guy's phenomenal.
That team, you would have told me in the beginning of the year that they're going to be 1-6. I would have slapped you.
Yeah. Oh, especially after the game one of this year. You know what I mean? I mean, the way they came out and played, I was at that game. That
Oh
comeback.
yeah, one of the games of the year, man.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that's the Bills Ravens was probably the best game or the second best game to the Giants Broncos. I mean, that Giants Broncos game was just
That was fire.
insane, dude.
That was fire.
Yeah.
That I totally agree. You were at a great game. We talked about that game on the podcast, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that parlay of your Bills. I actually feel better about that one than the other one because your knowledge of your team and you have a great mind for it. So if you don't mind, send that to Jonah and I'll post it with everybody so everybody can write it. And you know what? I'll tell that one too. If you could send the bet leak, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeremiah, feel free to share that one, man. I mean, I think the big thing is like, is Cook going to get 55? Is Keon going to get 30? And unless, you know, the Panthers just stymie us, I don't see an issue there. You know, so hopefully that pays off. But
love it. Yeah, so we'll definitely in the comments below this cast here, we'll definitely share that bet from John, that 8-leg parlay that he shared on the Bills game. That'll be awesome.
8 touchdowns.
8 touchdowns. Love it.
That's right. The other thing is we want to introduce some of the bets, some of the picks we've got for you guys here.
Show me the money!
So first of all, we've got.
All right, folks. Sorry, Jonah.
All right, go for it, buddy.
National Tight End Week. I got another touchdown. I've been hot with these, man. I've been doing really good on just singling touchdowns out. And I usually don't. I'm super safe with my bets, but the touchdowns are good. So we got Mageddon. We got 6 tight ends on bye. We had Gatson go on Thursday. We got Kelsey going on Monday, I believe, right? Is Kansas City playing? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're playing Monday. So we got a lot of tight ends that are not playing. And Sunday is National Tight End Day. And last year, there was a record.
I love that. I love that, dude.
So it was National Tight End Day last year, and I believe there was a record. I should have looked this up. I want to say 17 touchdowns by tight ends this day last year and 14 the year before. So George Kittle, write it. The Sharps have been pushing money on this. This was 235 earlier in the week. It's probably down to 150 or even close to 120. So you jump on this. This is one bet I love.
I love that bet. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So Rico Dowdell, he is the better back in Carolina. Yes, he didn't play the first 7 snaps of the game last week, but he damn sure looked a hell of a lot better than the other running back, Chuba Hubbard. Dowdell will smash this, and only if it's like a complete 41-0 game for your Bills. You guys are a little susceptible to the run, so that's why I'm picking on this. He averaged 5.3 yards a carry last week. He's been I think he's the leading rusher the last 3-4 weeks in the NFL. This is one thing I like. It was at like 46.5 beginning of the week, and it's climbed up. So just another angle. When you see sharps betting on something to push the line, that means it's most likely going to hit. Yeah, so Woody Marks catches out of the backfield. They're playing San Francisco. San Francisco is very aggressive on the edges, very aggressive, and they're worst in the league in the flat area of the field for running backs. So he's going to do this. This is it was plus money earlier in the week. This is 3 catches. I believe he's done it 3 out of those last 4 games, and I could see a game script. And I just like it. Even a couple guys I look up to in the betting world love this bet that I heard later in the week after I thought about it. So that's one. It's minus 120. So if you put $120, you win $100. So on these plays, folks, that I've been showing you, these are I'm going 0.35 bands on these, which is a band is a unit. A unit to most people is either $100. If you're a baller, it's $1,000. So light plays, single amount. If you could pull up the next one, Jonah, that'd be excellent. This is probably my bet of the week. Why is the 49ers underdogs, John?
They shouldn't be,
They
which
should,
makes they should not be. I mean, the Texans have been mediocre at best.
yeah, their offensive line's beat up. They've been horrible. The quarterback play. They got no Nico Collins, their best player. This number was plus 135 2 days ago. So I found this at Bet365, everybody. So don't forget to shop around on your books. They give the particular to underdogs, they give the best lines as far as plus money. This is plus 115. This is a .50 band play for me. So half a band, half a unit. This is one of my most confident ones this week. They should not be underdogs. They shouldn't.
Agreed.
They shouldn't. So one thing you got to see is the vision of what the books are not seeing. I got this bet before right when the Nico Collins injury got announced of him being out. Is right when I placed it. So as soon as I heard that, I saw the books. They didn't adjust, so that's one bet as well. So I like that. This is probably These guys are loaded for matchups this week as far as their potential yardage. The lines for Bijan and Jonathan Taylor are crazy as heck. They have arguably the best running back in the league this year, both of them. They've been smashing it. John, do you play fantasy at all?
I do. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I have a couple teams.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Me too. Playing a long time. These guys are, I think, 1 and 2 at that position this year.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
So
they're phenomenal players. Bijan crushed the Bills. Crushed them.
yeah. So I mean, I'm putting .50 bands. This is again like my Niners play, one of my strongest ones. But look at the individual odds on this. This is how juiced it's not. Minus 390 for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? This is like video game. You got to put $390 down to win $100. So combine them, 2 legs, it's minus 136. Yeah, so you put $136, won $100. I love these two. These are the 2 probably most owned players in DFS this week as well. So I got a lotto to show. It's not like a crazy lotto. It's just for touchdowns. So I'm going with the same guys here, but I'm putting them for 2. But I'm playing low bands. So even at 2, that's plus money individually. It's Bijan and Jonathan Taylor. It's plus. I got it with a boost. That's plus 777. How ironic is that? But 2 touchdowns each. Yeah, I'm putting them together, but I'm not putting much money at all on this. I think I put .05 bands on this. So I mean, a $5 bet if you're playing $100 a band. So it's not very much, but 2 touchdowns each. You can flip it. These guys have juicy matchups. Juicy, like it's ridiculous.
Nice.
Taylor's line for rushing and Bijan is over 100 yards, the regular line, just to give you an idea. So,
Wow. There
Love
you
it.
go. Love it, man.
all right, so that's our bets for this weekend, and make sure to tail the post because we'll be posting more bets probably in the morning after a little bit more news and research. Follow the chain, ride the bets. I'll put the links on there for all the viewers at home. Feel free to DM me if you even want to, if you need help. If you don't have a sports book, I can help get you set up. I don't mind helping. I got a huge heart and don't mind helping people. So we'll do that. We'll post them right after the show. You like a couple of the bets, John?
I do. I do. I love the 49ers bet. Don't think they should be underdogs. I don't care if Brock Purdy or Mac Jones is throwing the rock. Doesn't matter. Still pretty solid back there. They got one of the best running backs in the game.
Yeah.
Defense played lights out last week against the Atlanta Falcons, who came off a game where they beat the pants off of us pretty much. So I think that's a strong bet. Love that. Love the 49ers winning that game for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, if big thing with me, I feel comfortable with. I'm more of a big dollar. My bets are for bigger dollar type of bets. So like if you're a baller, you want to put 500 on something, 100 on something, whatever, do it. But there's just very safe. But thank you. The Niners should not. And you know what? In good graces, I think I'm going to do a Bills plus 20 on a single bet, just because you're here.
I love that, dude. I love that. Let's do it, Heywood.
love
Let's
it.
get it done, man. Go Bills.
Show me the money!
Love it.
I love it, man. All right. Well, I think that's all in terms of bets. I think that's the framework we've got for you guys. John, appreciate you coming on. Any other last final thoughts as we roll into this week from either of you guys?
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, yeah. The NFL is ripe for the picking. Some of these matchups that we have this week. I think if you place some lotto bets, some parlays, there's some pretty good matchups out there. Sunday night, I believe Green Bay is playing Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken, and the Chiefs on Monday. The way I like to have it structured is have a 1 o'clock game, a 4 o'clock game, and then a Sunday night game, and then a Monday night game. That basically gives me 4 parlays for the week. You hit one of those, make your money back.
You're good. What's up, Jameson?
So, yeah, good luck, everyone. I hope you guys all hit for big money this weekend. Thanks for having me on, Jeremiah, Heywood.
I love it,
Thanks,
man.
guys, for having me on. This is fun, man. This is fun. Just talking sports with the guys. I enjoy this.
I love it. And as our buddy here, Snoop Von Poop, says, "Go Bears!" As a fellow Midwestern from Chicago, I feel that. Let's go Bears.
Chicago. Yeah, definitely love to have you on. Snoop was our only guest, so you're officially outside the phone book family. You're officially the first guest.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
So, if you want to tail our bets, it'll be in the comments below the post here of the live on Twitter here, or X. Still Twitter to me. It'll always be Twitter to me.
Right.
But then we're going to also include John's bets here as well, especially that 8-leg parlay. And John, if you have any others that you want to let the people see.
Don't bet on Dylan Gabriel getting 3 touchdowns. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make the same mistake I made.
So, quick story. My buddy placed a huge parlay, and one of them he messed up. It was when Goff went on the road and couldn't throw more than 2 touchdowns for like 9 straight games. I don't know if you remember that trend, but he wanted him to go the under, and he put the over. And when he looked at his bet, he's like, "No!" And then Goff threw 2 touchdowns, and he won the bet. So you never know. Hey, it could happen.
Maybe it's a coming out party for the rookie, right? His big game. Shador won't be too happy, but that's all good. It's all good.
Well, and it's funny with one final thought from me personally, and I'm going to disagree with you too on this, and I'm okay with that. But for the Niners, whenever I see a line that's that anomalous, for me it means that the fix is in, and they're trying to bait everybody into an obvious bet for the money line on the Niners, and they're going to flip the script on you. So that's my, especially with all in the context of all this corruption we're seeing. That's my gut. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. They want me to place that bet. So I personally won't be placing that bet. I might regret it, though. I hope I do for y'all's sake.
And Jonah, it's been 1 month since you asked me Super Bowl. Go ahead and ask me. Who do I think?
Who do you think, brother? Who do you think's going to win this? Who's going to play in the Super Bowl?
All right, so it's a week-to-week league. And, John, I said Bills and I forget what I freaking said. That's
Eagles. You said Bills, Eagles.
Yeah, that was 4 weeks ago. So as of right now, I would say Kansas City, unfortunately, because the way they've been playing the last few weeks. God damn it. And Jonah, didn't we talk about your other pick, the Rams, possibly? Rams, right?
So Bills Rams is where it's either for me it was Bills and the New York Giants there.
Crazy.
I was seeing a lot of fire from them initially. I was the last couple of weeks have been a little lackluster.
Didn't you say Rams though afterwards?
What's that?
You said Rams a couple weeks ago.
Correct. So, yeah. That would be the secondary pick for the instead of the Giants there. John,
I thought you were crazy when you told me that Giants were going to make the Super Bowl. But every time I watch them play,
since then,
they've got something there.
Yeah,
you know what? When they won their 2 Super Bowls, they came in as wild card teams. This team they have could be a potential wild card team. We'll see how they do against the Eagles this week. But if they win this game this week and they put themselves in a position to maybe grab a wild card, watch out for the Giants, man. They got something going on in New York now.
Jonah, you jinxed in the right way, brother.
It's definitely something to watch because, I mean, there's the main reason I said that, I told Heywood this when I first saw it, but the main reason is because there was something special when I saw Allen play. There was something that reminded me of Brady's pizzazz, or his precision and his calm demeanor behind throwing the ball. It was because Brady was a second string who had to step up because of an injury. Took the took the Patriots that year from a losing record up to the wild card and then on to the Super Bowl. And so I just felt like I was seeing history being replayed in a different iteration. So
Right. So I made
who do you,
I made a bet with Kansas City versus Seattle and Kansas City versus the Rams like 2 days ago, just for a
there we
Super Bowl.
go.
So
There
I
we
also
go.
got the Bills and the Eagles. What I did, I put a few dollars on combination, but
Yep. John, who would be your? I know I'm kind of catching you off balance. We didn't talk about this before, but if you had to pick Super Bowl matchup right now, who would it be? Obviously, Bills.
Yeah, I never go against the Bills being in the Super Bowl, and that's what keeps me depressed and on meds and stuff like that. But no, I mean the way the Bills are playing right now, I mean Kansas City has definitely pulled ahead to be the favorite, even though they're outside of the playoff picture right now. The way they've been playing recently puts them uh, right in line to be the typical Kansas City you see every December, January, February. So they're looking like they have all the momentum right now. But I obviously root for my Bills to get there and win it every single year. And then the NFC, I mean, I think it's wide open. It's wide open, man. Detroit looks phenomenal. My dream matchup for the Super Bowl, and I've been saying this for a couple of years, is Bills Detroit. Let's get a Rust Belt
I like
Super
it.
Bowl.
I like
Bills Detroit. That's what I want to see. That's what everybody in Buffalo wants to see. That's what everybody in Detroit wants to see. These are two cities that reached their prominence 100 years ago. See them come back and meet in the Super Bowl. Uh, that's
love
my
that.
Let's
pick.
go.
Bills
Let's
Detroit.
go.
Love
I
that.
love it.
Blue collar cities too, and
Yeah.
like that could be a high scoring Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember the game last year? It was like,
It
I
was
don't
low
remember.
scoring,
No,
wasn't it?
it was no. I think it was pretty high.
So yeah, I love
It,
that. I
it
love
was a
scoring.
shootout. It was a shootout. It was like 45 to like 38 or something like that. It was crazy. Jared Goff and Allen went bonkers. But
I
yeah,
love
those
that. That's good. That's good. And Jonah, whatever you say speaks into existence, sir. You got the DeLorean, don't you?
I
Going back.
mean, it's the sports almanac, future casting, right?
Let's go.
yeah,
I mean,
I
it'd be
always
nice to
think about
see.
going back in time. I've been having a lot of Back to the Future moments since I started betting again. Just thinking about how crazy it would be to get a sports almanac, go into the future, bring it back in time, and place those bets.
That's right.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That's a huge. Love it. That's a huge thing with me, man. It's like outside of any sports movie, that's my favorite movie. And I remember vividly when I was a kid, my dad looked at me when the first time I ever saw the Bis Almanac scene. He's like, "You're going to be the almanac one day. You're going to be the almanac," and that's what I do. I mean,
Hey,
Heywood's
those
Heywood.
bets that you threw out there are some pretty good bets. I liked all of them. Definitely thoughtful.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought that went into those. They look
Yeah.
good. They
Thank
look
you.
good
I
bets.
do
I
a
love
lot.
I love the Kittle bet too. By the way,
Yeah. I mean, we got Jonah. Jonah's our national tight end on the show, but I mean, it's National Tight End Day.
I love it. I love it. Well, John, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been a blast. It's a pleasure to
thanks
have
for
you,
having me,
sir.
guys. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And so I think with that, unless there's any other final thoughts from anybody, I think we're ready to sign off for the day. And good luck to everybody.
If we could, Jonah, go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. Follow, like, subscribe. It's free. Check all your podcasts. Last time I checked, we have 37 podcasts now on there. But the favorite thing, follow Jonah Stormrider. Follow me right here on my hashtag right here. John, thanks for coming on. I had fun. And you know what? You're more than welcome to come on. You got an open door. I love talking football. So
Absolutely. Thanks, Heywood. Appreciate it, man. It's great talking to you guys. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. All
A lot of
right,
fun.
guys. Everybody, cheers. Good luck to you all tomorrow in your bets.
Cheers. Go Bills. Bills
Yeah.
Mafia, baby.
There we go.
All right, cheers. Good night, everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you for watching. Check out the post after the show. The pick is in every Saturday night live on Twitter. Love you. Happy weekend. Let's win some money.